In just 3 weeks, it will become more difficult, more expensive, and more time-consuming to get a Class 1 license to drive a semi in Saskatchewan. So, before the mandatory training rules come into effect, there's been a surge of drivers rushing to get their Class 1 road test, 3 times as many as this time last year. In December, the province announced mandatory training and promised more rigorous driving tests offered only by SGI. Now, most drivers, about 90%, already take some basic training before they get their license. It usually takes about a week and costs between $2,000 and $3,000. Under the new system, it will be 121.5 hours of training, take close to a month, and cost at least $8,000 to $10,000. And many would-be drivers say that's simply too steep of a price tag.
New rules coming very soon, and the money is going to be up, and we are not afford to to pay that more money.
If I don't get now, I pay more money than this time.
Since the new rules were announced in early December, nearly 1,500 drivers have taken their Class 1 test. In the same period the year before, fewer than 500 drivers took the test.
We are receiving a lot of calls every day, almost 10 to 12 calls every day. And most of them are farmers and immigrants. They want to get their license as soon as possible.
The demand is so high, it's nearly impossible to get a road test time slot before March 15th. So to deal with that, SGI has announced a loophole. All a driver has to do is call in before March 15th to make an appointment sometime in the future, and you do not have to take the mandatory training.
We think it's fair. We think that's the right thing to do. We honestly think that's the right thing to do. If you cannot get in, not because of you, but because of us, in spite of all that we've tried to do, we think the fairest thing to do is to accommodate these people.
The federal government has announced that minimum training standards will be introduced across the country next year. Bonnie Allen, CBC News, Regina.